Good morning, track fans, and welcome to Sunday Slotcast sessions. We are in the house, and I'm running around because a great day today. I'm going on holiday, which is why I'm not in my pajamas for a change. Awesome. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the weekends. Speak, Pete. More coffee. To the weekly bout of slot car stuff. So, right then, let's have a quick look while people are joining us. Wow, 15 in already. I like it. Good morning, everyone. Let's get down there. Let's set some stuff up because I had a bit of an issue with some of the presentation material in the context that it was too big a file for the streaming software. So I've been like frantically for the last 15 minutes trying to figure it out. Right, who's in the chat then? So good morning, everyone. Good morning. The Fingers, good morning. How you doing? Rob in the house. Yes, Rob. Talk about you in a minute, my friend. Morning, Carl. How you doing? Morning, Raoul. That's what we like to see. Raoul putting in a shift again. I really appreciate coming online, Raoul, because it is like stupid o'clock wherever you are in the morning, in Canada, wherever you are. I know where you are. Canada, where? Okay, Pat, good morning. Good morning. And good morning, Cyberg. How you doing? RM Slot Cars in the house this morning. Good morning. Dave has pooed the bed. Dave has pooed the bed and he's out, or he's probably going to tell me he's laying in bed now with his tablet. Like when I said tablet, we don't do brands if we can help it, unless it's slot car brands. Yes. Good morning, Dave. He got up. He must be going out somewhere. There's no way he's seeing this side of dawn. Because Dave, what I like about you is you watch all of the slot car chats and stuff with Marty and Rahul and George from Area 51. So you never sleep. So nice. Thanks, mate. Tuning in, having you on board. Morning, Cam. How you doing, buddy? Hang on, I need to shut a door here. I just thought, you reminded me, Cam. My kids are in bed sleeping, so I thought I'd best shut the door up there and give them a bit of respite. So I wake up! I'm like the dad you don't want. Okay, so let's crack on. Saying hello to everyone. Good morning, Cozzy. Cozzy's in the house. Anyone not tuned into Cozzy? Cozzy 118 BMK on YouTube. Get there. He launched a new video this week. Update on some of the refurb he's done on his upper track. So if you don't know anything about Cozzy or what his upper or lower track is, I urge you to go over there and check out his channel. He's just starting out, so some appreciation there. Be great. Okay, so get down there. Morning, track fan. How you doing, Andy? How you doing, Ruben? We're gonna hear from Ruben a little bit later and his dad, Andy. We had a catch-up chat with them earlier in the week, and we're gonna play that interview. I'll lead into that a bit later, but very, very special pair of guys, these. Morning, Paul. How you doing, my friend? You all right? Hey, listen, Dave, even a broken clock is right at least twice a day. If you get something wrong in school, all you've got to do is tell the teacher, yeah, but teacher, even if broken clock is right twice a day, there's no comeback for that, I'm telling you. This is what happens when you get to retirement. Swift slots, he starts at 11 these days. And Daz is in the house. Well done. Morning, Daz. How you doing, my friend? Good to have you on board. Are you not working today, mate? And how's that track coming along? We're itching to see track updates. Morning, Colin. How are you doing? You all right? Lively in the chat this morning. It's what we like. Get amongst it. This is our community for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever we push it to. Probably till 9 o'clock this morning because I'm on holiday mode. Get in. Morning, Geezer. So we've got Jace in the place. Morning. Love that. I was walking down the park the other day and we like we do when we're walking the dog, say hello to everyone, you know, it's that old unwritten dog walking rule. Oh, morning, yeah, morning, oh, lovely dog, morning. We said morning to this young couple and the lad, he must have been 19, 20, something like that. He looks at me, he goes, like I was going to mug him or something because I'd said good morning to him. He's like, then he realised I wasn't a threat. And then he goes, well, go on, geezer. I don't know what that means, but apparently it's hello in young people talk. Wagwan geezer, he said. Morning, Steve. How you doing? Look at Dave. Look at Darren getting amongst the floor already. Yeah, Dave. What are you working on? What's your next content? Dave, give some content. Well, if you haven't had any Dave content, you're not subscribed. So go to Slot R channel, subscribe up to it, because he's doing some pretty good stuff, some slot car stuff, some track scenic stuff, some modeling stuff. Oh, it's brilliant. You should get on that. And the thing I like about Dave is he's getting on board with the whole community thing. He's coming up with ideas like, you know, like the rest of us to drag each other in and stuff. So keep tuned to Slot R. Good guy. Right, we are up to speed. Then I've got to remember which one is the first one. I think I've uploaded the wrong thing. Absolute Genius TV. So I'll just double check my life skills while you're in the background chatting to each other. And we'll get into this slot car stuff. And it'll be fabulous. Right. So nice. So I'm going to sort this out while you're chatting because it's relevant. So we'll do that. Nearly there, guys. Bear with me a sec. It's going to be worth it. Get rid of that. Okay, so hopefully this is going to be right there and we can crack on. Yes, Cozzy, well done. This is what it's about. Flip over. You've got a few YouTubers in the room here this morning, which is what we like to see. You've got Cozzy118 BMK. We've got Slot R. We've got Swift Slots. I've got it. Excuse me for not covering my mouth when I cough. Bad manners. Anyway, we had late night chats. I was up late night last night sorting out some of the things for this, and there's a little group that we're in, WhatsApp group between Magnetic Racing, that slot car guy, and myself. And Travis was going to be coming on to say about his regular weekly slot on this show. What we're doing is we're planning for him to come on and do 5-10 minute, like a column in a newspaper or a feature on a chat show. Going to get him to come on, do 5 to 10 minutes, chat about the highlights of the news per week as like a running feature each week. But going by the voicemail messages last night between the three of us, he ain't going to make it this morning. He was out celebrating, let's say. I don't know what he was celebrating, but he sounded like he was having a good time, Travis. Yes, DK Moon. Good morning, mate. You only missed 7 minutes. You have missed 7 minutes of us saying hello to everyone and getting the show on the road. And good morning, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right. Is that Noth? Yes. I plan to save this until next week till I could get maybe some cool shots, but I could bring this up now. If anyone doesn't know what Noth's talking about here, he's talking about Magnetic Racing's new lit gantries. So for those of you who are tuning in and not quite sure what a gantry is, that's actually a half gantry, everyone. That's a half gantry from Magnetic Racing. Nice bit of history here, super cheap. This is this particular model. Our friend, that slot car guy, helped Magnetic Racing give them the idea to make this, and they made this. So if you have ideas, pipe them over to Ian and Doug, because they will take a look at it and they might get that on the go. Fantastic. So yeah, those new lights, don't they look like the dog's dinner? Bee's knees. Absolutely brilliant. Good morning, John. How are you? Ken. All right, Ken. No worries, mate. Right, I'm on it. Here he is. We were just talking about you. Behind your back. Well, not quite because we're on the telly, but almost. Brilliant. Morning, Doug. How you doing? Yeah, you know you want one of those. You know it indeed. So it's that sort of time of the day. Let's start taking a peek around what we're going to have a peek around. Just some random stuff I've pulled out of the air for us to open up some chat dialogue and get stuck in. But before I do, I always like to give a shout out to our younger members who probably tuned in at this time of the morning, because that's what they do. They go to bed early, they get up early. Although you put kids in bed early, late, they still get up early. What is that about? So good morning, Albert. Wilf, how you doing? It was lovely to see Albert yesterday. He come over, he got wind. Hang on, let me just remove this screen. He got wind that our good friend David Walls had sent us a couple of Ninko go-karts. Now, I'm going to talk about my gift package a little bit later. I'm completely still speechless though. I'm not going to get into it now. I'm going to talk about it a bit later when we have a look at these go-karts. But yes, Albert come over yesterday. Lovely to see you, my man. That's my nephew, for those who don't know. The actual star of the show, the reason this channel is here, is because of Albert and One Time's lockdown. So we had so Albert, Wilf, good morning. Ruben, good morning, my mate. How you doing? Cameron, good morning, my mate. I know I've said hello to you anyway, but I'm doing a roundup. Isabella and Eddie and Eleanor and all you young track fans out there, keep tuned in, keep racing, keep tuning the cars, keep playing, having fun. That's what it's about. We're going to support you in your journey on slot cars all the time. Excuse me. Thank you very much, DK Moon. I'm going to say we've got another cracking video of banter coming up later this week. So tune it. I'll say that at the end of the caveat. But if you go before the end of the show, I think I've got it premiered. If someone can whip over to my channel and just let me know when I premiered it for. But I think it was Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Because I'm away this week. So content's going to be short. Not short. You're going to get content. But my ability to make it is going to be reduced. Lots of shorts coming out. Keep an eye on the shorts this week. Good morning, Aid. How you doing, my friend? You all right? Cheers, Shane. Most appreciated. Very kind. So you're joining us Sunday Slotcast sessions. If you've just arrived, we do this every single Sunday, 7:30, rain or shine. The only time we're not doing it on a Sunday is if so happens to fall on a Christmas Day or New Year's Day. They're the two exceptions, although I might take a rain check later in the year, see where we're up to. You never know. Okay, so shall we take a look at the tracks? So got some tracks from viewers to have a look at. We do like a snoop around some viewers' tracks because it gives us some inspo for our tracks. Excuse me. A terrible frog in my throat this morning. Right, so first track up. It belongs to Andy and Ruben. So we got a chat coming up with them in a little while, but they are doing everything. I'm so jealous because most of us, we put up a track. That's what we do. We race track. These guys, they've got a track. They race track. They also do drag racing. And it turns out that Ruben is quite the talent. And we'll hear more from him in a bit. But as you can see here, they've got their track set up. This is what they're doing down in their garage. And, you know, there's some quite technical bits at the top there where it's not just a straight R2 corner. It actually bends around, gives you a bit of kick out. It's quite technical. You've got to get amongst that. I love that track, Ruben. Thanks for sending that in, buddy. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. You're getting some kudos there from that slot car guy. Aha. Aids track review. So Aids sent his track. So remember we had Aids track on a couple of weeks ago. I think it's possibly a good idea maybe to share what it looked like before to what it looks like now. So this is what it looked like before, and he's made some modifications on it since. So you can see it goes up, goes through that kind of section that's possibly going to become a tunnel. So quite good, but he's progressed it now. And now it is looking like, oh, I've got the wrong one. Brilliant. Bear with me. I have only got the wrong track. Genius. Oh, you can't make it up, can you? Okay, I think this is the one. Ah, it's the same one. Right, just get rid of that. Try this one. You just can't make it up, can you? Right, we'll have an update on Age Track next week because this is called faffing around and we don't like that. That's not what we're about. So one other thing though, I've mentioned before Albert come over, and this is the beauty of slot cars, because some people are warm to the car, some people are warm to the track, some people are warm to tuning a car, some people are warm to making scenery and modeling. Doug and Ian. Good morning, bro. Good morning. So something bizarre happened when Albert come yesterday. So we've obviously got the polycar track. The limited polycar track is set up now in the garage. As you know, it's the oval. I am in talks with some people about getting a track, and some exceptionally good news this week. So I'm talking to Slot It and Polycar about extending the track, because ultimately we want them to be involved. They're going to get a lot from having the track on screen every week, week in, week out. So I've been talking to Maurizio. Maurizio has kindly said that he would like to become involved. He's asked us what we need. He's asked us to send it over. I've done that. So it's been a week. I'm going to chase him up. But very, very kindly, we have a plan B in place. So what we'll do is when we've sorted out the track, I'll tell you all about the journey to getting the track when we got the track. But it's exciting because whatever happens, the track is happening. So Albert came over yesterday. I've got the track on the table. We're ready. And then I said, go and get some cars. So he's gone round to the other side of the room to get the cars. And he comes back carrying the figures and starts to proceed to actually just cracking out, making the pit lane scenery. So he's got the pit lane scenery sorted there. He's got a couple of magnetic racing. And I just said, oh yeah, bring them over and bring over some other bits if you want to put them on the track. Unfortunately, we've got the showroom behind us, so he hasn't got all the newer buildings, but I had a couple of gantries down there, so they're straight on the track. Then he's got out the pit lane. Then he's made a crash scene. So I'm thinking he's just going to want to get straight on the track, race it, bash up cars like we used to like 2 years ago, make a complete and utter disaster and like 4 years worth of repair and work. No, straight on the figures. He was there creating the scenery, making the moment. And then I told him, we got go-karts. Brilliant. So what happened earlier in the week, and if you didn't see this, I really strongly urge you to pop over to my channel. I'm just going to bring it up on the screen now. Let me share this. Right, so you should be able to see that. See this episode here that says blown away, this top one, that top one there. Watch that, because I was blown away. So what happened in the week? Something happened that doesn't normally happen. Well, it doesn't normally. It just doesn't happen and hasn't happened to me yet. So I'm just speechless with the generosity of a gent in America, Cape Horn, called David Walls. Now, the thing that's blown me away, so watch that video. I'm not going to go through it again now because that's a bit cheap journalism to regurgitate content. However, he sent me 2 white kits. He'd been in touch to say, can I send you a couple of white kits? I really enjoy what you're doing on the show, sharing the spraying, sharing the modeling, sharing the slot car community. So I said, yeah, okay, sound. So I circled a couple out of an image, sent back to him. He sent me a care package with, quite frankly, all of this stuff here on it, 3 cars, a ton of stuff, including these go-karts from Ninko. So who better to test the go-karts out than Albert and me? So here we go. I took a small VT, just a few seconds, so that you can see what the go-karts are like out of the box here, or as they came. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of tweaking on them, tuning, but maybe I can do a video and show you how we get them to run a bit better. So here are the go-karts working. So you can see they keep coming off the track because we've got the power set up quite high on the polycar track. I think it was actually full blast. And the reason we did that was because on a 9 volts, as we were playing with the BRM or the Scalextric cars, they weren't getting enough power to power them around. So as you can see here, we've got the sweet spot right. Oh, well, he says crashing into the crash scene at the back of the track there. But they're looking good. They're looking pretty cool indeed. Liking that. As you can see, Albert's self-marshalling there at his end of the track. Yeah, really enjoy the go-karts. I think and you can see him skidding off the side there. I think there's got some legs there. Okay, so while we're having a look at the go-karts, let's see what some of you guys are saying about those go-karts. So, Slotter Dave, he snoozed, he loosed. He lost out on 4 go-karts at the UK Slot Car Festival. Yeah, Mark is... Yeah, Mark. Yeah, sorry, I have a moment of weakness there. It's Genevieve that's Carl. You guys with these nicknames, I have to try and remember what your names are. This is no good. So Ninko karts are awesome. Mark is telling us. Now, Mark comes with authority because he is from the Slot Car Magazine. And for those of you not familiar with the Slot Car Magazine, we always have a copy of this. Hang on a second. Always have a copy of the Slot Car Magazine to hand. Choice reading. I've got a copy of some Slot Car magazines all around the house, so that if I'm waiting for a wife and a child, I can pop it open and get some knowledge on the go. Anyway, let's get the go-karts back on the screen. We're having fun with that. Rob from Swift Slots. If you're not subscribed to Swift Slots YouTube channel, that's the place to be. What a legend. Yeah, John. Yeah, I think so. When things are, I don't know if they're still being made, the old go-karts, but if they're not, they become very valuable very quick. And yes, Cozzy, they are amazing. Lionel, how you doing, mate? Good morning, George. How you doing, George? High five, bro. Lionel, I missed you last week, mate. I had, if you pop back to last week's, when we were talking about cleaning the track up, I'd put some info on last week's live stream for you, buddy, about Autosol and Inox MB3. Don't know if you're going to see that. There you go. I'll tell you what, just for the sake of it, there you go. That's what you need. So when you finish cleaning your track, put that on it, and that is going to be awesome. Okay. So I never tried the Scalextric. I'm going to go, Aid, what scale are the go-karts, Pete? I'm not sure. I don't think they're 1 in 32. And the reason I don't think they're 1 in 32 is because I reckon an Audi A5 is a lot bigger than a go-kart, but the go-kart seems to be as big as the Audi A5 in 1 in 32 scale. So not sure. If anyone in the chat knows what scale the Ninko go-karts are, can you fire it in for us, please? Thank you. Hang on a second. I'm getting some counsel from Mark here. Loosen the driver. It's the same as body rock. Okay. I think he's referring to this. There you go. Sort of, Paul. Looks like a sort of angle winder to me, buddy. Could be wrong. But anyway, there you go. What we'll do is we'll put a King motor, 46,000 revs in it. That should liven up those go-karts. Oh, I love it. He's got it. He's got it. Darren's got the carts. Or have I missed the car here? There you go. Travis is saying something or other about Slot Car Magazine. Stay tuned. Oh, come on, Travis. You are never writing for the Slot Car Magazine. We all know you can't spell. I'm kidding, kids. I'm kidding. He is. He can spell. He can spell. Right, I'm turning that off. Ah, there you go. That'll do. Get halos in my eyes. Yeah. So. Ken's saying. Ken wants to know what scale the cars are as well. Yeah, it is a nice change. We had a bit of fun yesterday. If anyone's just literally tuned in the last couple of minutes, what we're doing is we're talking about these Ninko go-karts that you can see me and Albert racing the other day. Fantastic stuff, I tell you. Okay, so Mark's given us a bit of data here on the go-karts. 1 in 24th scale. That does stack up a bit. That does stack up. Travis is coming in at 1 in 20. John is coming in at 1 at 18th. I tell you what we're going to have to do is we're going to have a sweepstake here. We are going to have a sweepstake. So we'll get that going. Maybe have a poll on it so that people can answer and just have a guess. It'd be like Wikipedia. It's not actually factual. It's what people input into Wikipedia. So don't use Wikipedia for your hard, fast data because it can be manipulated. Morning, Reese. How you doing, my friend? Keep it clean, mate. This is a family show. Ken's backed that up. Right, Ken. We're so on the same page with that, which is so wrong at 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh no, on a Sunday. Yes. Hang on a second. Oh, Cam, we want to see it. We want to see it. We want to see it. We want to see that track. Cam's finished his garage track. And bear in mind, he's a Group C head. He loves his Group C Le Mans style racing, as we saw a couple of weeks ago or last week. I can't even remember. He bought us some footage from Le Mans. Fantastic. Mark, I will do it today. Actually, I might do it. Yeah, I'll do it today. This is going to sound really sad, but I'm going to take my tyre truer with me on holiday. only because I've got literally about 4 cars and things that I need to true. And in particular, the let me take this down. In particular, the Pioneer Mustang, because of the thickness of the front wheels, and I need to take them down a lot so that I get a better ride height on the front of the car. It's going to take quite a while. To do it properly, it's going to take quite a while. So I'm going to take the truer away with me, and when I get a few minutes, I'm going to just start doing that while I'm catching up on everybody's YouTube stuff. Yeah, a lot of carts at the show. So, okay, so what next? Let's move on. Let's get it on. So we've had a chat about the carts. Thank ever so much to the generosity of David Walls. Now, the thing that blew me away about that, let me turn it off for a second, is I've been thinking about why I was caught so off guard with this package of significant generosity, is because it's from a guy like you, like me, like, you know, like Cam, like Ken, like Reese, like Darren. We're just regular guys. We go to work, we bust ourselves up, I'll keep it clean, we bust ourselves to, you know, provide, keep sheltered, provide food, and just get on with life. And what surplus cash, we blow it on axles and chassis. Now, that's the thing that's blown me away about the gift, is that David is a regular guy like you and me, and we do have like a significant cost of energy, cost of living crisis. Well, we do here in the UK anyway. So for the fact that he sent a lot of things for us to use on the channel, and I am going to use them on the channel, you know me, this is going straight back into sharing with you guys how this stuff works. It was just that generosity that it's come from a person. It's not come from a business. It's not come from Slottit or NSR or SCX or whoever else, Scalextric. It's come from an actual guy who's gone to work, earned it, bought it, and then shared it. That's what makes it so heartfelt, this gift, which I'm totally blown away with. Thank you very much, David. So, moving forward. Oh no, what next? Or what now, I should say. So the boys have been doing it. Now, last week, if you didn't tune in last week to Sunday Slot Car Sessions, you can find us here every Sunday at 7:30 a.m. onwards for madness in slot car Scalextric stuff. We brought to you developments from Magnetic Racing's new Ferris wheel. Now, I'm not going to show you the Ferris wheel again because you saw it last week. So if you didn't see it, go back and tune in. But they've given us a few more shots of how that's progressing. So as you can see here, they started to make these umbrellas and the, what do you call them? The seats, the turrets. But I tell you what it reminds me of. This little circle with the red and white, it reminds me of Resident Evil, the Umbrella Corps logo. So if you've seen the series on Netflix that they did of Resident Evil, this will resonate with you. I've been trying to think all week where it come from, and this is where it come from. So as you can see there, they are made. What's better than 2 turrets? A whole load of turrets, of course. So that's what they're up to. That is going to be fantastic. So I'll just get that back on. A whole row of turrets. That is going to look good. So let's catch up. So where were we up to? So Paul's asking Cam what magnetic scenery is using. Well, you know, Cam, I've got to say to you, what you need to do is when we go to swap meets, I think the next one's probably December for you, me, and your dad, Si. Go straight to magnetic racing. I don't want to tell everyone, but I'll tell you. So everyone else in the room, close your ears because this is just for camera. Maybe Ruben as well. They do some deals, right? They do some deals on their scenery. So if you go to them straight away, before it all gets sold out, you'll get a good deal from them and you can build up your track scenery pretty easily. So if you've not got much money, Cam, like me, then go and see them straight away. Reserve some stuff, they'll keep it for you, and then shoot over and get your slot cars. So it'll take you literally about 3 minutes. It won't take any slot car buying time, but you'll get your scenery, a couple of bits, and then you go on to it. I'm telling you, it's like, I talked to you about it before, but you're going to get like, I don't know, 3 buildings for 15 quid or something like that. Who knows what deals they're doing, but because you're a big track fan, they'll look after you, I'm sure. Okay, I'll move on. I saw proofread and I'll move on. Comments. Measure the driver's height to get the scale. Is that right? I never knew that. You can dig yourself out, Travis. You're still drunk. Oh, really? Yes. Raul, if you've not been following Raul recently, he's making a track and he's doing scenery and he's integrating different hobbies. So he's got some Lego, he's got some 40,000 or Warhammer, I'm not sure what they call it these days. And he's combining his hobbies into one track. And I've been following it a little bit on the bounce, but I haven't followed it completely, Rahul, in honesty, just because I've just not had the time, mate. But I've got holidays, so I'm going to be catching up the back catalogue of everything, and I'm so excited. So just take a quick look. Yeah, thank you very much, Daz. I always forget this kind of YouTuber am I. So let's just take that down. So if you're new to the channel and this is your first time seeing the Sunday slot car sessions or anything from Track Fans TV, my name's Pete. Please do hit the like button and make a comment. The Holy Grail, subscribe, do it. Click that, get your mouse out, click the button, hit the bell. You're gonna hear a lot more from me. So cheers for that, Darren. Good reminder, punch the like button, hit the subscribe, and if you've got time after all that, leave a cheeky comment, but keep it clean because we have a lot of kids tune into the show. Please keep it clean. We've got like moderators surfing that chat and surfing the comments, and we will remove, talking about comments, right, pin your ears back, everyone. This is very important indeed. Actually, no, I'm going to do this in a bit. So let's carry on with these. Yeah. Ah, Marky boy. Mark is leaving the room. Mark, if you don't know, everyone, is in the police. He's a copper. So now he's left the room, we can talk about normal things. No, I'm joking. Bless him. But yeah, so Mark is off to work. Have a good day, mate. I hope you, as we say, I hope you have a quiet, uneventful shift. Now, when you're in the police, that means something because if you have a busy shift, it means something has gone horribly wrong in society. Hang on a second. Have I missed something here? 48 hours so it's retiring from stock cars, then, and the page, no idea why. I've got an idea. Is that Booney? Who are you talking about there, please, Paul? Oh, now we're talking, Arnie. Let me just have a quick read of this. So, 18.6 meters of polycar track. Using a 4-lane set from Pendle, but don't have the space to become 2 lanes. Right, Arnie, brilliant. You can, what I say about sending me messages, my friend, is more than happy to receive them by email or by WhatsApp. Now, because, and we'll talk about YouTube bots, spam, robots, bad people. In the words of Donald Trump, they're bad people, bad people. But yeah, bad people. So I don't put my email address or phone number into YouTube chats or comments. But if you pop over to trackfans.tv, that's the website for the channel. I will say I'm not a web designer, so it is a bit slapdash, the website. Maybe I'll develop it this week while I've got some time to relax. I find it therapeutic building websites. If you go over to trackfans.tv, actually I'll stick that in the chat for you. You can find the details to get in touch with me direct through that means. I'll do that now. There you go. So that's the site to find out how to get in touch with me. Both the number is there, email address is there. I would love to share that with everyone. And if you want to tell me what went wrong in terms of being a 4 meter down to 2 meter, because Travis in the room, he had a similar situation with his static track in the context that he got a static wood routed track, brilliant, got back to his house and it didn't fit in his room. So go to his channel, That Slot Car Guy, go back a few months and you'll see his journey into making a cut and shut out of the track and generally getting that to fit in the room. Really good content, that. So I'd love to find more out about that, please, Arnie. Just get on board and send me those details. We'll publish them up and we'll share everyone. Yeah, that's right, mate. It is the Le Mans wheel. The Le Mans wheel. See, DK Moon is on the pulse for me. I thought it was Umbrella Court. And if you haven't seen Resident Evil and you're old enough to watch Resident Evil, highly recommend the series. It starts out in the first episode. It's a little bit of American Lemonade. If you're American, you're watching this, I don't mean anything derogatory by that. But what we mean is if you get a certain program that has been over-engineered to be a bit fluffy rather than gritty and hard-hitting, if it's a bit fluffy and a bit nice, like, you know, it's just a bit nice. You all know what I'm talking about. You think rom-com. So you turn on like Resident Evil, think you're going to see a gritty horror, and you get some rom-com stuff and it's all lovely. It's rubbish. But this starts and you think, oh, it's going to be American Lemonade. But actually give it about half an hour. You start to get into it. It's pretty good. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you see these. The old Umbrella Corps logo. Fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot of love for Resident Evil in here. So Ruben, Cameron, George, you're going to have to wait a few years before you can watch these, my friend. Yeah, Lionel, good question. Good question indeed. Now, this is $1 million question amongst racers and hobbyists for sure. What's the best oil to use on cars? Most people, well, I don't know most people, but let me talk about myself. Something I have no problem doing at all. So you... I use a 3-in-1. I use a 3-in-1. So you can get other things. Possibly could use this. And what was it I've got in my box here? Oh, classic. So I've just gone to my pit box to think, what oil do I use? And the label come off of it a long time ago because it got oily and slipped off. Brilliant. Put that back there. It was from Halfords. I think it's just a standard 3-in-1. 3-in-1. Oh, there you go. Paul is just corroborating this for me. 3-in-1 fractal bearings and motor bearings. Cheers, Paul. Thanks, mate. Okay, John's coming in now with his lottery ticket numbers. 32, 20, 24 and 18. If you put a 2 on there, because that's my birthday, and you got my missus's birthday, 18, yeah. You've got 24, my showbiz age. You've got 20, brilliant. I'm messing around, sorry guys. To catch up with some of these chats. Good morning, Vic, how you doing? Nice to have you on board. So the Fingers is saying synthetic oil for his slot cars. Good morning, Reese. He's a Melbourne boy, but lives in Westonia. This is where Travis is going to kill me now, because I banter with Travis all the time, because he says when we're talking about staffs, slot cars, I'm sure he does it to wind me up. He says staffs, like staffs. So yes, got some new wheels from Staff slot cars. No, staffs, mate, like Staffordshire. But so anyway, if I'm saying Westonia, if I'm getting that wrong, Travis is going to probably leave me a WhatsApp message and educate me in the back of the scenes. So I just thought I would check in case. Now he hasn't sent me a message, but my son has sent me a message. I messaged my son, who's 17, staying overnight at a party last night. He's come of age, guys. So I've messaged him at 10 to midnight before I was hitting the pit, so I could be fresh for this morning. And I said, what's that? I'm about to put the chain on the door. Are you definitely staying out? Because you'll be sleeping in the porch otherwise. And he's just replied at 7:30 this morning, say, yeah, staying out. That's some party if he's just replying now. Oh, that's a good shout, John. That is a good shout. That just highlights to everyone here that you can buy special slot car oil. Like I probably put my left leg on it that NSR do one, because they do different compound solutions. However, he does highlight that the fastest driver last night at his club just uses sewing machine oil. Now I've got to think, who's got a sewing machine? Oh, I know someone who's got a sewing machine. Their oil is at high risk all of a sudden. I'm miles off keeping up with this track. You guys are having a good banter today. Well done, guys. This is what it's about. I'm going the wrong way around here. Yeah, I'm telling you now, Cameron. People don't realise how fun slot cars are until they have a go or see it again. There's just not... And I know that Dave Kennedy talks about this quite often over on his channel on Slot Car News. He talks about, and also Raul touched on this with about a month or two ago. He had a live stream where he had Slot Car Journal. That's right, Slot Car Journal was on, and they were talking about advertising. Now, Scalextric advertise here in the UK predominantly on social media, but they do other mainstream advertising as well, like sponsoring the UK Slot Car Festival, whilst you see their brand on all of the flyers and everything, you might not associate. That's actually advertising their brand. It's brand positioning, brand awareness. It's right in the money shot. So not many other people really advertise their brand in a big way. It's, you know, a lot of the learnings that I get from what people are doing are by tuning in to That Slot Car Guy's regular news a couple of 3 times a week. And I'm finding out about new things like different scales that I didn't know about before the start of this year, like HO. I mean, there it is. I didn't know about HO. I'm new. I'm learning. So for Cam to take this to school and infuse some friends into the hobby, I really applaud you, mate. Well done indeed. Because, so tell me, what did you take down there? Was it your Group C cars, or did you take GT3? What did you take? So while you have a think about that and let us know what cars you took and shared with your pals down at the school, we'll catch up on some of these. What? Dave from Slot R is using sewing machine oil as well. I've never heard about this before today. Sewing machine oil. Who would have thought about it? Yeah, I'm loving that, Pat. Slot cars are global. They are truly, truly global. So Cozzy's up on board. Cozzy and Aid are going to get together in the next to near future for a race. And when they get together for a race, Cozzy's going to film it because he's a YouTuber. And he's going to bring it to us on a YouTube video. Aren't you, Cozzy? So if you're not sure who we're talking about, that's Cozzy118BMK on YouTube. Get over there and subscribe to that. He's up and coming. So he's developing his content and learning how it all goes together. I'm quite enjoying his layouts, his setup. He's getting it well. He did a slot car one a week or 2 ago where he puts NSR cars on there. So brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So if you want to see how the NSR car performs on his track, go and have a watch of that. It's brilliant. So we've got some more oil stuff here. Ruben, sorry, that's definitely not Andy. That's Ruben on the chat there, guys. He's on 3-in-1 oil. Yes, good morning, grandson of man. How you doing, buddy? GSOM is in the house. Hey, that's it. It's what we like, down under fans. Loving it. Cheers, Ken. Abergavenny. I bet he couldn't say Aberystwyth then, could he? Stops. Yeah. I know we have banter with Travis, but he can handle it. He can handle it. He's a great guy. Oh, Doug, I love it. Yes, mate. Get stuck in. Please give us some more developments on what's happening with that Ferris wheel. Just before you go, matey, got some progress on the Marshall Tower. Thanks for sending the instructions again later. I've painted the number on and I've stuck the letters on. I need to paint the Dunlop white. So that's coming along nicely. I had a bit of a mishap, guys, because I went to do some crafting yesterday. Oh, I'll tell you. And because I put this stuff online, I went to put the password in and realised that I protected their intellectual property and scrubbed it out. Literally scrubbed it out. So I couldn't progress any build on that. So what I did instead was I started to progress the Rolls Royce. So I've sprayed it silver now. I've put these colours here. I've made a bit darker, but they're not dark enough because it doesn't really give you any it's too much light. Can't really get much definition from it. That looks okay there, but when you look at it sort of close on like this, there's not a lot of pop. So I need to work on that. Yeah, Reese. Well, a little known fact is that, well, a big known fact is I've got twin boys. A little known fact is one of their middle names is Reese. I've got a Lucas Ethan and a Joshua Reese. Obviously not double barrel names, they're Joshua or Lucas, but middle name is Reese. So no sweat, my friend. Yes, slot car dude. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, mate. We're all here. Everyone's here, dude. If you didn't see Slot Car Dude and that Slot Car Guy's visit to Carrera World earlier in the week, go and watch that after this show because he's done a good tour. Thank you very much for that, Slot Car Dude. I really enjoyed checking out what's inside there. I won't spoil it for everyone. Go and watch that VT. But yeah, nice video sharing with us what's in Slot Car World. But so right, let's get on to the next section of the show. We actually got a guest for the show, so I haven't had a guest for a couple of weeks, purposely for a couple of weeks now, because after the Slot Car Festival is a lot of work doing the editing, which after the Thursday show this week, where you can see it on, hang on, let me just double check this, 29th. Yeah, Thursday 6:30. Tune in Thursday 6:30 because we've got the final instalment of the Slot Car pilgrimage from the Slot Car UK Slot Car Festival going out on Thursday, and that will complete the mini series that I did for the festival. The editing side has nigh on killed me in the last 4 weeks, but we're through that now. I've done that. It's the first ever mini series I've done. Really enjoyed it. Very, very intense. So, in the Slot Car Festival, there was a drag strip from friend of the show, Stevie D. Now, Steve over there in Chelmsford has a few regulars. Andy, Ruben, Scotty, Sean, a few of the other guys. I can't remember your names. It's been a year since I saw you last, but I'm coming again in August or September when you open it up for Paul's memorial session. So it's very, very good for to raise awareness and just give a bit back, a bit of kudos and love. Let the family know we're still thinking about them. So I caught up with Ruben. So Ruben is one of our younger track fans. Now, the guests we've had today have been full-size adults. So we're going to hear from one of our younger members today. Now, you might think, well, have we got a kid on the show? Well, we've got a kid on the show because that's what it's about. It's no age restriction on Track Fans TV. It is open to everyone, and everyone has the same platform, the same share, the same input, and learns the same as everyone else. So we all get experience together, which is what I really enjoy. So, Ruben, as I'm looking at the chats and seeing things happening in the chat. So Ruben has entered, like many people, the whole 17 tracks as a contestant, a racer, and in particular on the slot drag track, he did really well. So I've caught up with Ruben in the week to have a quick chat with him. So I'm going to bring him onto the screen. It's pre-recorded because we wanted to make sure that we were in the right environment and it wasn't sort of people watching under pressure. We had a great chat, great fun. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to take my face off the screen and we're going to just catch up with Ruben. So are you ready, guys? Here we go. Introducing one of the youngest racers in the UK. Ruben joined with his dad, talking to us about his experience at the UK Slot Car Festival. In here this morning, can see what an up-and-coming legend looks like. So, Ruben, firstly, how old are you?
7.
7! That's a fine vintage. Only because I was born in 77. See? Cool. So, you went to the UK Slot Car Festival even, yeah? And he was there with your dad. What's your dad's name?
Andy.
Cool. He's a good guy, isn't he? Hey, Andy. Ellie. And tell me, so you were what track were you racing on?
Mr. D's.
Yep, slot drag race.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of competition there. So before we start to talk about some other bits like a car and that, what position did you come?
Second.
Out of all the adults and everyone as well?
Yeah.
20 races, wasn't it?
Mate, you must be proud of that. Yeah? Well, you're
Very, very proud.
I was that close to coming first.
Do you know how many seconds?
It was 0.02, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just beat my nose. Just by nose.
Wow, that's you can't say that quick. Like that, isn't it? That's so. What do we reckon? Hang on, by about that much.
Well, about a bumper, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so hang on, just in case you didn't get the measurement right, it was that close, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, what car was you driving to come second?
What car did you have? Can't remember what car you had now.
Was it Lambo?
No, we didn't bring ours.
No, it was
Mustang.
Mr. D's. It was the one that lost its wheel.
one of the Corvettes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Corvette.
Oh yeah, of course, the Corvette. Is that Mr. D's?
Yes.
And did he give it to you because you come second?
No.
No.
Oh, right. We'll have words with Mr. Stevie D on that. And so I hear as well that you've started to go club racing for drag racing.
Yes.
And that was your first season last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you find your first season?
Nervous.
Yeah. But you come pretty high ranking. What was your place after the season?
5.
Yeah, that's amazing. Considering,
Oop.
Hold on. There you go. You're back. You're back. Considering I've been to Mr. D's slot car drag racing nights, and I know the kind of people that are there, proper banter, right? They're all shouting and having fun. That's called banter.
You got that, didn't you?
Yeah.
And yeah, very, very sweary down there as well, I remember. Especially towards Sean.
Yeah.
Because I know Sean watches this and he deserves it. Yeah. So tell me, what car are you building at the moment? What was that car that we were talking about off air a minute ago?
You show that one first.
So this is my car, my Lambo.
Right, hang on a second then. I'm just going to make this so that you're much bigger. How do I do that? No.
That's you.
Layouts here.
That's you again.
There you go.
So this is my Lambo. My Lambo that I race.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then at the moment,
That's going to be the gasser we're building.
so we're trying to build a gasser.
Yeah, cool. I love that. When do you reckon that'll be ready?
When Steve gets back off holiday.
Yeah, probably by a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks, probably, yeah.
Yeah, fine. And so out of the Lambo and the gas, what else are you going to show me there?
My dad's Corvette.
Camaro.
Camaro.
I like that. I like the simplicity of it, the black and the white. That looks super fast.
Well, we tested it.
Have you not?
Not that one, not yet.
We just finished building it today.
What was the last bit that you put on it?
Probably the Mr. D stickers.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, a lot of stickers in the front bumpers and that.
Mr. D, let's speak. The Mr. D sticker on the top. That was probably the last bit.
You're doing great, Ruben. So there you go. How about that? That was young Ruben, probably youngest racer in the UK right now. But loves it. As you can see, absolutely. again. So how cool was that? That was young Ruben, everybody. He's doing drag racing. He's building cars with his dad, of course. Oh, hi George. How you doing, mate? Sorry, I saw your message while we were watching the chat with Ruben there. So good morning, my friend. How you doing? Make sure you keep racing and beating your dad at slot cars. It's just you know, these kids beating us adults at slot cars. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, Cameron, maybe we could get an interview with you at some point, but only if you've got time, brother. Only if you've got time, because I know that you're always on the workbench putting together your cars. Yeah, those drag cars, I tell you, Andy and Ruben, they are literally making cars up. Dave, they would love that. They would absolutely love a session in Munden Park. And they aren't far away from you at all. Not in the slightest. They are pretty close indeed. So I was just seeing if I've got my glasses cleaning rag here. Lint cloth. So yeah, there you go, Ruben. A lot of people are really, really grateful that you've shared some slot car tips with them. Okay, thank you ever so much, Arnie. I'm glad you found a way to get to us. Yeah. At the moment, Noth, I have this. So if you tune into, if you have a look back, sorry, Ken, beg your pardon. Ken, if you have a look back to last week's live stream, I say this is the track that I've got, and then I say this is the track that I'm looking to achieve. That's what I'm going to achieve. So when I said earlier, I'm in talks with Slottit to supply the parts that I need to make this track. If they don't do it, I've got a plan B, but I'm sure that they're going to do it, because why wouldn't they? So we talked about the generosity of David Walls. If you didn't see it, go and watch this video. It was on Friday, just gone, and just what a geezer, what a bloke. So that was the track I'm going to be trying to achieve, which is good. 1 second, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Yeah. Sorry about that. Live TV, never worked with animals. That was the animal scratching the door to try and get out because he wants a walk. He doesn't understand slot car live streams at all being the place to be on a Sunday morning. Right then. So something else come about on in the week that I was quite excited about. I was talking last week that I didn't have a metal plate, and then Rob goes and makes one. So Rob is from Swift Slots. Check him out on YouTube, Swift Slots. Really good guy. He's in the chat today, so I am gonna go back. That's the logo you got to find. Let's possibly do that one. So Swift Slots, he's got a new channel and he's currently populating it because he doesn't want people to go there and just see 2 videos. And he's doing some really good stuff. He's a very informative content creator, very informative, very hands-on, nuts and bolts. He's got power tools like you wouldn't believe. So I'd said last week I was really struggling to find a metal tuning plate, and his call to arms was heard, and he went out unbeknownst to me and made one. And I'm sitting there in my garage on Sunday afternoon last week, and a notification pops up on your phone, and boosh, it's Rob saying the making of Pete's plate. So I've clicked the YouTube button. I'm watching it, and he's made me my very own tuning plate. And if you're not sure what a tuning plate is, it's used for flattening chassis. So as you can see here, I've got the chassis that in question is warped from my MR slot car McLaren, and as you can see, I've magneted it, I've stuck it already to the plate. So I've just not got enough magnets to address this bit here though. So I think I need to get a couple of these. God, these magnets are strong. Couple of these bits here, maybe like that, and then have a joining bit on it like that. So that's now stuck down, and then I'll do a video on the rest of the process, but that's going to go into a pot. Going to put some not boiling but almost boiling water in there. I'm going to stick that in an oven that's fully hot. Put it in, shut the door, turn the oven off, and let that cool down. It's going to take hours. So, but yeah, Rob, thank you very much, Rob, for sorting this out. I might have given Rob the idea with this. So if you're interested in something like this, talk to Rob. You can get a hold of him through Swift Slots YouTube channel or swift16.co.uk. For other items like tire truers. Love that. Let's give that a bit of definition. Tire truer, fabulous bit of kit. So we did that. So that is well on the way now. Nicely, you know that I have my LDA5. This is a bit of a project update. LDA5 project that Matt Tucker gave me to build up and do for DTM class at the club later in the week. Well, I bought a set of axles. So I've got the axles because if you remember from previous episodes, I wanted to take the pink Nissan, steal the axles, steal them and put them into the Audi, but they're not wide enough. They're 50 mil wide. I need 54. So I've got those. Then I needed an engine block. So now David Wall's very kind gift come with a series of engine pods. And one in particular, he's got his angle winder in there. Exactly what I need. See? Exactly what I need. So I've got the pod, I've got the motor. I have to check the rules and see if that's allowed. If not, I've got spare motors to put in. I've got the axles. I've got the wheels. I've got new wiring, so I can put new wiring in. I've got a guide. I've got eyelets for the end of the wiring. I've got braid. Thanks to David, I've got some pinions and some gears. I think I'm ready to build the car. So next week, shall we put it together? Let me know if you fancy that for some content next week. We'll build this car on the show while we're chatting, obviously. I won't just sit there and, you know, like chat away and just do this while you're watching. We can answer questions and talk about what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So if you fancy it, quite happy to build the car in front of you, get some tips. No, Mrs. Brown does not know I'll be using the oven for slot car activity. I'll be doing it when she's gone to bed. Only because I need to leave the oven to cool down for hours, and our oven is in constant use because we like cooking here. you wouldn't believe it, you know, but we are quite avid culinary skills. Right, so we've got about 15 minutes skin in the game left, guys. About 15 minutes, just shouting it out there, because it'll be 9 o'clock then. I've got to walk the dog, get my bag packed, and get on holiday. Cool. Resin printer. Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday, my brother and I, about 3D printing. And there's a lot of people doing this now. A lot of people are doing it definitely for chassis. Definitely for chassis. So kids, that's a chassis. If you're looking, that's the bottom part of the car. Also 3D printing figures. So a lot of figures. I know Wasp Slots print their figures. I know that 132 models does the same with theirs. Though I like it. Nice indirect quote, Lance. If you build it, I will watch. And incidentally, from Wayne's World, if you book them, they will come. Glastonbury's on this weekend. Oh, I'm glad I'm not at Glastonbury. That would be a live feed and a half, that wouldn't it? Pete at Glastonbury at 7:30 on the Sunday after being there since Wednesday. Oh, I love it. Absolute genius. All right, let's just have a quick check to make sure I haven't left any content behind. I did. Oh, so just to wrap up, we've got, you know, I like to talk about things across the board. I like to try and keep away from the news because we've got a lot of news out there. Travis is doing a sterling job of bringing us news, literally like a mobile ticker tape. If you don't know what a ticker tape is, see this thing that's going across the bottom of my screen here that's scrolling, that says, if you like Sunday sessions, tune in. That's called a ticker tape. You know, you see it in the stock market where all the numbers are going across the top of the stock exchange. Ticker tape. So yeah, I try and stay away from the news because Travis and Dave do a good enough job on their own of that. And but when you see something that pops up that just catches your eye, I think it's right to share it with you. And that was this. I saw this in a week, and I saw this on Facebook. It just popped up in my feed notifications somewhere. And I've not really got into GT4 that much. I think I stopped there. I think it goes as far as GT3. You know, GT4. What? Something else to learn about now? But this looks good. I like this. A Laguna Seca 2015. So shell livery. David Walls. So talking about David, the utter legend that he is, what I said I would do with the 3 cars that he gifted to me is I said that I would spray one for him, one for me, and I'd spray a third one and give it away on a Sunday slot car sessions in a few weeks once I've achieved it. So I'll spray it and I'm going to tune the one I'm going to give away. Not going to tune David's because he's a racer and he will tune it to the way he prefers to have it. He prefers to have it for his racing style. But yeah, so he's been talking to me on the email yesterday. I'd sent him a massive email to say thank you, and as you'd expect. And he said that the one that the spray job that he would like would be the shell livery, a shell livery. So I'm thinking, are these the colours that you're thinking of, Dave? Because if they are, these are sweet. These are nice 3 colours, the white, the yellow and the red to work with. Spoiling me. So we can make something special with that. Could take some special time to create that. If you want to see what's inside that beast, it's a relatively straightforward setup. So, you know, you can put some, probably change the gearings, update the braids. There's not really much you can do to it. Possibly put some weight in. If you're doing digital, add a digital system. But otherwise, it's a nice, simple, clean car, which is what Slotted make. They make nice, simple, clean cars. So that caught me. Now I forgot last week. Right, we got a competition. I've got 4 tickets for you guys to win for Hornby Visitor Centre Attraction Day. So Scalextric, Hornby, Airfix, Corgi, all in the same building. They've all piped up to. So I lost my train of thought, so I'm trying to keep up with the comments as well. So after I did the first episode in the mini-series for the UK Slot Car Festival, if you don't know what that is, you're just tuning in. I've got a playlist on my YouTube channel, which is dedicated to the UK Slot Car Festival 2023. And the second video in there, first video is a live stream. Second video is Scalextric and the Police, the Essex Police and the story of the RS200 by Ford. Definitely check that out because they enjoyed it that much. They've given us 4 tickets to give it to put out there to our viewers. So I don't quite know how to run a competition, and it leads me nicely into talking about scam and fraud and things that are not right. So Travis, that slot car guy, is currently running a competition on his channel to win an NSR F1 2022. So I had to just double check the year. One of the new F1 cars from NSR. So he's asked you to go to put in the chat box for that competition, NSR me, and the reason why you want to win the car. And in one of the replies to someone's comment saying NSR me XYZ, there's a scammer. A scammer has come into his chat feed and said, text this number to win the prize. Do not text the number. Don't text it. Okay? It's going to blow up your phone and they're going to get your details and you're going to lose badly. So do not, and this goes to any of us on YouTube, me, Travis, Dave at Slot Art, Rob at Swift Slots, Cozzy at Cozzy11M, 118 BMK, Paul at Slot Cars 2021, Raoul at Conquest Racing Club, all the guys here who run giveaways, competitions. We will not ask you to text us or anything like that. We will ask you to write in the comments, and then we use software to mix the comments like the tombola. If we want to speak to you and ask you for any information personal to you or anything like that, we're going to say it out online here for you to hear and see, and then we're going to corroborate it by phoning or emailing, then phoning to speak to the person, because this is sinister stuff. Do not text any numbers that appear in comments, especially not actual phone numbers at all. Just don't text them. So if you're watching this, Cameron, Ruben, George, I don't think you've got a phone yet, George. You might be just sub age of phone. I should hope so at 5. But don't text those numbers, okay? Really bad news. But the good news on the back of all this is we've got 4 tickets to gift to you guys to go to Hornby Visitor Centre, which is out of this world. I did a little intro to some of the stuff down there on that Police and Scalextric's video, but I didn't even touch the surface. I did not touch the surface. There's so much more to do. And if you're into trains, and if you're into Scalextric, and if you're into Airfix modelling, get on it. So we're going to have the competition. Don't know how to run it, so I'm going to speak to Travis because he's already figured this stuff out and he knows what this software that mixes your comments are. And next week we're going to run the competition. So be ready, be tuned in next week to be in a chance to win 4 tickets to go to Hornby Slot Car Mecca. And generously, if you only need 2 tickets, well, let me know, because someone else will love those 2 tickets. But 4 tickets up for grab. It's a family day out. I really applaud you to get involved with that. So there you go. So that's taken us nicely up. Let's catch up on some of the comments. And yeah, see you later, Paul. I don't know if I've missed you, but have a good day at work, buddy. Paul's one of the hardest working guys I know. No, John, but if that is on their website, I will definitely check that out. I'm going to do a bit of research because it's classic slot car stuff. I've spoken to maybe 5 different people about flattening chassis, and I've had 5 different versions of how you do it. So it's a very much a tire truing situation where you're going to find your own way of doing it. Some people do it dry, some people use lighter fluid, some people use very soapy water, some people, I don't know. So I'm gonna have a go, and if I melt the chassis, I'm gonna have to figure it out. But yeah, I've heard everything from boiling water to not boiling water to using hot air gun, all sorts, to using an iron. Oh my god. Yeah, oh, I know what language that is. We're having that. We're having that on the way to holiday. We don't eat McDonald's. Sorry. Oh, I can't believe I've said it. We don't eat the Golden Arches. Only on journeys and special occasions. So I'm having some of that. Can I share this, Dave? Can I share this to help boost your channel a little? I'll wait until you tell me before I do. But I've just had a message from Slot R. Do you know what I mean? I encourage everyone to go over to Slot R, subscribe, like, hit the bell. You're going to get regular content from a real not hobbyist craft modeler. That's it, a real racer and modeler. His stuff is great, and I'm going to use some of his techniques on the edge of my polycar track, especially the building the little barriers. I love that. But Dave is going to Dave just sent me a picture in WhatsApp, and it's clean. But please go and subscribe to his channel. Something about 1,000 subscribers. He's currently on, I think he's on 900. It's not a lot to get him to 1,000. If you get to 1,000, it's a big thing for people that make content on YouTube. Yeah, it does go quick, doesn't it? It goes so quick, this show. It's like an hour and a half in, and it's like, boom, we've just started. It's because, thank you, Dick. I thought that was me. That's for Dick. Ken's giving Dick some love. Rephrase that. Ken's showing some love. Oh, yes. So, George, you're into the 4x4 Scoobies. That's what anyone listening doesn't know what Scooby is. Subaru. The nickname for a Subaru is a Scooby. I had no idea. Scooby-Doo. Do a raffle. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I've got loads of time on my hand. Good idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a load of bits of paper, like Post-it notes. I've got some funky ones that are like little rectangles, or I might just chop these up. I'm going to go back through the chat on this week's live stream. So if you've not made a comment, but you do want to win some tickets, now's your chance to be in the tombola. Or are you thinking about I thought you meant for the tickets. Are you thinking about the slot car, the one that I spray up and give away? Well, we got a bit of time on that, to be honest with you. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to chop up a load of these. I'm going to write everyone's name from the chat on their own bit of paper. I'm going to spin it up like this. No, that's not going to work. And I tell you that that's not going to work for the tickets because half of you don't live in the UK. So that's flawed. So I'm gonna figure out a way of doing that. I'm going to consult Travis. He knows how these things work. And we're going to get on it and then we're going to sort it. Yes, the Shell livery. Supercar DJR Penske Aussie Falcon Mustang. Falcon, nice. Like the Falcon. That is a nice bit of kit. Yeah, Impreza's the way forward. I've driven an Impreza on a drift. No, was it a drift? Yeah, it was a drift figure of 8. Oh, it's great. I couldn't get the hang of it, to be honest with you. But then later that day, we did the Subaru on a drift figure of 8. But then later in the day, on that particular track day, we went and drove Nissan 350Zs on a proper track for drifting. Oh, that is my favourite car after that experience. I think I could stretch to a 370Z now just to keep up with everyone. Yeah, take care, the fingers. Cheers, G-Som. You've been texted on YouTube. Yeah, please, Cameron, please, do not respond to that text. If you're unsure about a message, a number, an email address, just ask your dad. Simon knows these things. Simon knows what he's on about. Honestly, it will just take one slip up and you've lost your phone. You've lost your phone. And what it does is if you've got anyone's phone numbers or emails in your phone, it sends their viral rubbish to everyone else. And then everyone else's phone gets broken. So yeah, just be careful about it. Something about preying on the elderly. No, we're slightly not religious in here, so the elderly is fair game. Yeah, Pat, scammers, they're absolute scourge on society, mate. Right, I've got it on authority. Right, so my last message of the day is an image from Slot R, and I just got to shave this because I'm a pro now. I know exactly what's going to happen here. I'm going to save this image. I'm going to share this image with you. Hang on, just got to save it. Very particular about naming my files. Here we go. Right, so Slot R has just shared an image. Which I've got to open. That's right. I don't want to open my WhatsApp, just in case I open the wrong thing. Here we go. Right. Share screen. Now this is why we need to get over and subscribe to Slot R. 1,000 subscribers. So we need to get Dave in the game. I'm just going to check his channel. Right, here we go. So that's Dave's, that's what we've got to do. That's why we've got to get Dave up to 1,000 subscribers. If you're not sure of who Dave at Slot R is, then please do hop over and check out this channel. There you go. So you can see here, he's got 918 subscribers at the moment. Come on, guys, let's get him up to 1,000. When he gets 1,000, subscribers, you're absolutely laughing, Dave is, because he's going to get a gift from Mrs. Slot R. There it is. Something is in that box. Something's in that box. We don't know what it is, and we definitely want to know what that is because we're nosy slot car heads. But there you go. Yeah, we need to know as well, Dave. So anyway, guys, on that note, sorry to have to do this. It's been a magnificent session. It's always a good session in our slot car community. Really enjoy these Sunday sessions. And I'm going to see you next Sunday at 7:30 for the Sunday slot car sessions. Live from here in Northampton, UK, England. Do tune in on Thursday night at 6:30 for our next episode and our final episode of the mini series. It is going to be, as the kids say, sick. Oh, I love it. So Cameron, if you've got any VT of your track and anything you want to share with us on your new track build, would love to know a bit about that. And yeah, sound right, guys. Have a very, very good week ahead. I'm gonna see maybe there might be some stuff happening this week. So definitely some shorts. Got the episode. Otherwise, I'll see you next weekend. Tune into all these other stock car channels because it really, really makes a difference all round. They're doing some amazing, amazing things. So keep it real, and I'll speak to you next time. Have a great day. See you later, track fans.